Family, what's going on? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Run the thumbs up on all these videos. I hope you're having an amazing Sunday. Today, we're talking about player ratings. It's a new feature I came up with. Give me some feedback inside the comment box, and I want to get your ratings on the following players as well. We start out with Justin Jefferson. What do you think about his performance on a scale of 1 to 10? How would you grade Justin Jefferson? You know what? He had one of the biggest hits that we've had in quite some time, to be honest. I thought he played big the first quarter. He actually helped Deshaun Jones stay in balance and help that pick six, right? He had a quarterback sack. He had 5 solo tackles as well. I think Justin Jefferson is undersized for inside linebacker, to be honest. I'm glad he came back because him, Deontay Lawson, Nikhai Hill-Green, that's been a nice little trio of veteran leadership at the inside backer position. I have him right here at an 8.7. I thought he played big. That big hit, though, I'm a fan of big hits, so I got to give Justin Jefferson some. 8.7 for Justin Jefferson. Do you agree? What's your rating for Justin Jefferson? Sound off inside the comment box. Next up, Deontay Lawson, 8.5. The inside linebackers, I thought, played well. The defense as a whole, look, one of the things is, and I'll talk about Kane Womack and Ryan Grubb as well, but the defense came up yesterday. And I think you look to the fact that South Carolina had long, sustaining drives and only came away with field goals instead of touchdowns in the first half. Thought it was critical. 4 pressures from Deontay Lawson. He had a forced fumble, which was huge, gave Alabama the opportunity to win the game. He was targeted 4 times and only allowed 1 reception, right? He batted a ball down, and he had 7 tackles. So Deontay Lawson giving him an 8.5. And you know what? I don't like it. How is this guy health-wise? He's fine. He's been playing the entire season, a bunch of snaps, a bunch of volume. I still think he has a high ceiling to go. I don't think like he's close to being maxed out, and I'm curious to see where this guy goes in the NFL draft, but that's probably another video for another time. So I have him at 8.5. What about you? Sound off inside the comment box. Next up, Yanzi Pierre. This guy, I had to tell you, only at Bama could you lose a guy like Quay Rusau, who we absolutely love, and have Yanzi Pierre come in and you don't even skip a beat. In fact, this is crazy. Do you feel that Yanzi Pierre is playing at a higher level than what Quay was doing? I mean, when Quay Rusau comes back, I think you still have to start with Yanzi Pierre as a starter. I have him at 8 overall in this game. Yanzi Pierre had 6 quarterback pressures. That's what Pro Football Focus had today. And then also he had 5 tackles. So Yanzi Pierre has just been playing at a stellar level. Number 42, absolute beast, 100%. Next up, you got Bray Hubbard. And you're probably out there and you're like, why are all these ratings so high? They barely won. Look, the defense played well. I'm serious. The stats don't lie. I got Bray Hubbard at a 7.8. He had 8 tackles and 2 pass breakups. And I thought it was funny after the game. He's like, Lenore Sellers, and that center of gravity that he has, being 6'3", 240 or whatever. Yo, Bray's a big dude. You couldn't tackle Lenore Sellers with just one man yesterday. And I knew it was going to be like that. We move on. In our first offensive player, you start to see the numbers dip just a little bit. You know what? I'm not too low on Ty Simpson, to be honest. And I get it. He didn't have his best game. 24-43 passing, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, 56% completion. And I think one of the numbers that I want to dive into, and maybe this is an area where Ty has to improve on, is deep ball accuracy. 1 of 9 in that regard, and we haven't seen a deep ball from Ty most of the season. So is that something that he needs to work on, with South Carolina holding on every play? Yes, but I thought at times Ty Simpson was just off. I thought, there was a couple passes where he overthrew some wide receivers, or the ball wasn't where it was supposed to be. With that said, though, didn't throw an interception, although South Carolina probably feels that they should have caught some of them. But I will say this. Game's on the line. Young man drives down. Alabama 14 plays, 79 yards when it's crunch time, and comes up with let's call it a game-winning scoring drive. So this guy, 20 touchdowns on the season, 1 interception. You find a way to win. It's impressive that Alabama won that game. I woke up on Sunday and I said this. I think it was a great win. I don't look at it as like, oh my goodness, they're regressing. No, you win a game like that. That tells me a lot about your program, because you could sulk, you could get upset, things weren't going right, and you still found a way to win. I knew that they're going to win the entire time. So I got 6.8 for Ty. Let me hear from you inside the comment box. How would you rate Ty yesterday on a scale of 1 to 10? And be honest. It's like, just be honest with me. I want to see the feedback. All right, we got Ryan Williams. I got him at a 6.9. Ryan Williams, 7 catches for 72 yards. He was targeted 11 times on the day. Now, that drop was critical, and maybe this is a little bit too high, but the drops have to stop. We already know that. but you kind of look to where Ryan is going. He's being that guy, and I think he's still dependable. In fact, Alabama went to him 11 times yesterday, so he's still going to get his. I still have him at a 6.9, and he has 72 yards on the day. Next up, Germie Bernard, this guy. Could I just get a thumbs up inside the comment box for Germie Bernard? This guy is outstanding. He's one of the most dynamic college football players, plain and simple. I got him at a 9.5. That might be too low. Five receptions for 54 yards and a touchdown. He was targeted 14 times yesterday, 14 times, and only came away with 5 receptions. Interesting stat right there. 3 rushes for 23 yards and a touchdown. He had a receiving touchdown and he had a rushing touchdown. The guy is who you want to have the football when the game is on the line. He's an impact player. He's a great ambassador for the University of Alabama. I could go on and on about him. Germie Bernard is absolutely that man. Just a stellar individual on and off the field. Big-time baller. All right, you got Daniel Hill. And I didn't put all players on this. I kind of just went selective off the stats or whatever. So Daniel Hill, I gave him a 7.1. And you're like, what? He only had 3 carries for 10 yards. Yeah, but he also had 4 catches for 76 yards with the longest of 41. You want to tackle this guy at 250 pounds? I have another video coming out later on this week kind of talking about the Alabama running game. And I've kind of put my foot down and I've decided I don't think it's an issue with the running backs. I think it's kind of an issue with some of the scheming, some of the times that they do run the football, and I think and a lot has to do with the offensive line, to be honest. So I pin that elsewhere besides the running. There's nothing wrong with the running backs. There's nothing wrong with Jam. There's nothing wrong with Daniel. I know we kind of go back and forth. These guys actually in this game had some nice runs. In the later half of that game, Daniel had a nice run, and so did Jam Miller. So more on that, and I'll be open to your feedback inside the comment box. All right, how about we give a little special teams love? Blake Dowd, I got him at a 9.9. This guy was outstanding against South Carolina. It was kind of went underrated. 5 punts, 277. He had 5 punts that were over 50 yards, the longest of 60. So Blake Dowd, I didn't even have a photo for him. I had to go to the University of Alabama, where they have the ties on. All right, I got a couple offensive linemen. Wilkin Formby, I got him at a 6.1, and I got Jaden Roberts at a 7.4. So Wilkin Formby played in 43 snaps at tackle. There was 69 total offensive snaps, to give you a reference point. 4 hurries allowed, which was the most on the team. No one else had 2. Wilkin Formby allowed 4, okay? So I got him at 6.1. Didn't allow a sack, so that's kind of why you see him in the 6 range rather than the 5. And then Jaden Roberts, you know what? Good to see him back in action. I got him at a 7.4. He played in 51 snaps out of 69, and he had a Pro Football Focus grade in pass block of 81. So what do you think of the offensive line? You offensive linemen, get inside the comment box. Let me know. All right, Ryan Grubb. Got Ryan Grubb, and I got Kane Womack coming up next. I got him at a 7.0. I think when you look to offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb, he is that guy. I'm not selling Ryan Grubb. There's a couple things that I'd like to address first, and kind of the negative. I'm done with the crispy plays. I don't want Caden Proctor to get hurt. Okay, they're going to go low on him just as they did yesterday, giving him the ball with 5 yards. I'm not for that. It was great, and I think it was a good recruiting tool because they're like, wow, Alabama, look how they utilize everybody. But no more crispy, okay? The other thing is sometimes I feel with the running game, there's not a lot of rhythm. And Seattle Seahawks fans were like, this guy doesn't like to run the ball. He can't run the ball. And over here at Alabama, it's kind of been an issue, right? Alabama's ranked outside of 100 when it comes to run game. Outside of that, Ryan Grubb, the schematics that he has, Ty Simpson refers to him as the best offensive play caller. I mean, you look to what this guy's been able to do creatively and how he uses Germie Bernard, how he's helped develop Ty Simpson. This guy's doing a lot. And I think Ryan Grubb is the best offensive coordinator that we've had in a long, long time, okay? And I know it's only been, 7-8 games or whatever, but this guy is certainly impressive. That 2-point conversion was nasty. Lining up Germie Bernard at Wildcat, nasty. And he's done a lot of great things on 4th down, 3rd down that just scream excellence. He will be a future head football coach. So I just have him for a 7 in this game. Didn't think it was his best game, but certainly not his worst. All right, Kane Womack got him at an 8. And I point to 2 drives for Alabama. It each happened in the first half, okay? So South Carolina, long sustaining drives. 14 play, 15 play, Alabama allowed 3 points on each of those drives, right? So I think that was really impressive for Alabama's defense to come up and only allow 6 points in those opportunities. And look, this is the SEC. This is like the NFL. You're going to give up big plays. So Sellers going to Harbor over the top. Hey, you got burnt. Welcome to the NFL light. Teams are going to get theirs, just like watching the NFL right now. Guys are going to make big plays. Kane Womack in the defense, they played stellar. They have higher ratings. They did a better job. They have a bend but don't break mentality. And the play of the game is Deontay Lawson, a captain, stripping it, and another captain falling on it, Tim Keenan. He didn't even know he was on top of the ball. Let me know if you agree with the ratings. I want to see your ratings inside the comment box. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama on this fine Sunday, October 26th. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. See you, fam.